Hello and welcome to today's tutorial, and today I'll be showing you how to make this pattern, and that is the front, and this is how the back looks like. So in this pattern I used lightweight yarn, which is number 3, and I used a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. This pattern will requires a starting chain should be multiples of 10. So go ahead and make your chain, and I will meet you when you have your chain. So I now have my chain multiples of 10, and I'll be using size 4 medium weight yarn, and I'm using 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. But if you want to get the results I got with this one, I used number 4.0 millimeter crochet hook and size 3 medium weight yarn for this. So your first row will all be single crochets, and remember that this hook, the one on your chain, doesn't count as anything. So you're going to skip the first one, which is your next one from the hook. So skip that one, and into the next one make single crochet. Into the next one make single crochet. So you're going to make all single crochets to the end, and do that, and we'll meet at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of my first row, and this is my last single crochet. And then after that you're going to chain 1 and turn. So you're going to do 3 single crochets, that is 1, 2 and 3. And then into your fourth stitch you're going to do a popcorn. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook onto that space, and then you're going to pull through 2. So you have 2 loops, yarn over again, go back to the same space. You have 4 loops, pull through 2, yarn over again, insert your hook into the same space, pull through 2, yarn over again, insert your hook into the same space, pull through 2, yarn over again, insert your hook into the same space, pull through 2. So you now have 6 loops, 1, 2, 3 times 2, that is 6. And then you're going to pull your yarn through all the 6 loops, and then into the next stitch you're going to do a single crochet, and then again you're going to do another popcorn into the same space. So you're going to yarn over and put your yarn into that next space, pull through 2. So you're doing it 5 times. So you're just repeating what we did. So at the end you should have 6 loops, So 1 2 3 times 2, that is 6. And now you're going to pull your yarn through all the 6 loops, and then now you're going to do 7 single crochets. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Then into the next space you're going to repeat these same paths. So you're doing it 5 times, which should give you should have at the end of it on your loop you should have 6 loops. So 1 2 3 times 2, that is 6. You pull through your yarn through all the loops, and then into the next one you make a single crochet, and then into the next one make another loop, make another popcorn, So now you're going to repeat this same process we're doing in row 2 to the end of your row. So your next one will be 7 single crochets, and then into your 8th you will make a popcorn, and then single crochet into the next one, make a popcorn, and do 7 single crochets, just repeat. So I will meet you at the end of the row. So I'm coming to almost to the end of the row, and this will be my last 2 popcorns. Then your next will be single crochet, and then you're making another popcorn, so that is my last popcorn, and now I have 3 stitches left, and all now will be single crochets. And then the last one is single crochet, and that is the end of row 3, and that's how it looks from the right side. And now you're going to chain 1, and this next row will all be single crochets, and what is a little bit tricky here is it's easy to miss the stitches, but what I can recommend you do, you can turn like this so that you can see all your stitches. So you're going to do all single crochets to the end of the row. So there is a stitch here, so that would be easy to miss. But if you do like this, you can see all your stitches. So go ahead with that single crochets row, and I will meet you at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of my single crochets row. And now that is the end, and I'm going to chain 1 and turn. So you're going to do now 2 single crochets. So that is your 1, and then your second one, and then into the third stitch you're going to make your popcorn. So yarn over and insert the hook onto that same awl, and then you're just making the popcorn we've been making. So at the end of it you should have 6 loops. So you have 6, pull your yarn through all the 6, and then the next one will be single crochet, and then you're making another popcorn into the next stitch. And then your next one will be single crochet, and then your next one will be another puff, another popcorn, sorry, so that one. Now on this row we will be making 3 puffs, 3 popcorns. So on this first one we were making 2, and on this next one we are making 3. So as you can see here we have 2 and then 3 and then 2. So we're trying to get that pattern. So after your third one, now after your third popcorn, you're going to do 5 single crochets. So into that first stitch, that is your first single crochet, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then now you're now repeating now the process. Make your popcorn again. So remember that you are making 3 popcorns. and then single crochet, then another popcorn, and then single crochet, and then another popcorn, and then now your next will be 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you just now repeat, make your 3 popcorns, and skip make your 3 popcorns and then 5 single crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of the row, and this will be my last popcorn. And then you have 2 stitches left, so those will be single crochets, and then chain 1 and turn. So that's how it looks now, and your next row now will all be single crochets. So make sure that you get all your single crochets, because if you miss one, your pattern will be distorted. So you can always turn to make sure you get all your stitches. So go ahead and finish the single crochets, and I will meet you at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of my single crochets row, and that is the end, and that's how it looks so far. And then now you're going to chain 1 and turn. So this row, our next row, remember we were doing 2 puffs. We were here 2 puffs and then 3, so we're now coming, we were 2 and then 3 and then 2, so we're coming back to 2. So our next row will be similar to this row. So after you chain 1, you turn, and then you're going to do 3 single crochets. So that is 1, 2, and then 3. And then now you're going to do your popcorn. So it will just be as your first row of popcorns. Then single crochet, and then another popcorn, And then now your next one will be 7 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and your last one 7. And then now after your 7th one, you're just going to now repeat your popcorns and repeat that. You can always go to, you know, to how you did your first one if you get lost somewhere. So do that and we'll meet you at the end of the row. So this is my last popcorn. And then you have 3 single crochets at the end because you started with 3. That is my last one. Oops. And then chain 1. And now your next row will be, you will do 5 rows of single crochets. So go ahead and do 5 rows of single crochets, and I will meet you when you have your 5 rows of single crochets. So I'm now coming to the end of my 5th row of single crochets, and that's the last one. And then chain 1 and turn. So this is how our pattern looks like so far. And this next row now will be this row. So as you can see, they are not like in the same row, so it's kind of you know, kind of alternating, but our next row will be similar to this first row of popcorn cluster. So now this one, this next row, you will do 8 single crochets. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then into your 9th now, you're going to do your popcorn. And then into your next one, single crochet, and then you're going to do another popcorn. So you're doing 2 popcorns in this row. I mean 2 popcorns in each you're doing 2 popcorns because you're starting another cluster of popcorn. So these 2, this is the line we are doing now. So 1, 2, 3, pull all through, and then now you're going to do 7 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then after that, now do your popcorn and then single crochet, another popcorn, 7 single crochets, and then another popcorn. So just repeat. Your last, you should have 8 single crochets left. At the end here, you will have 8 stitches left. So do that, and I will meet you at the end of the row. So that is my last popcorn, and now at the end here, you should have 8 single crochets. You should do 8 single crochets because you started with 8. So that is your last one, and then single crochet, and now your next row will all be single crochets. So go ahead and finish that, and we'll meet you at the end of the row. I'm coming to the end of this single crochets row, and then chain 1 and turn. So that's how it looks so far. And this row now you will be doing 7 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then after that, you're now doing your popcorn. And then single crochet into the next stitch, and then another popcorn, and then single crochet. Then you're doing another popcorn, and then now you have 3 popcorns, and you're now going to do 5 single crochets, that is your last one. And then now repeat, do your popcorn, and then single crochet, another popcorn, single crochet, another popcorn, and just now repeat the process. Remember, you just doing 5 single crochets here, and at the beginning here you did 7 single crochets, and at the end here you should also have 7 single crochets. So do that, and I will meet you at the end here. So I already done my last puff, popcorn, sorry, and now I'm having the 7 stitches, which I'm doing now 7 single crochets. Now this is my last one, and then single crochet, and then your next row now will all be single crochets. So go ahead, and I will meet you at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of the single crochet row, and now I'm going to chain 1 and turn. So your next row will be exactly the row, same row you did here. So you're going to do 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then now you're going to do your popcorn. And then single crochet, then another popcorn, so now after that you're going to do single crochet, 7 single crochets. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you do now your popcorn again, and now you're just going to repeat that, and I will meet you at the end. So you can always go back and, you know, just check how you did this first one. That's what exactly we are doing on top here. So do that, and I will meet you at the end here. So that is my last popcorn, and here you should have 8 single crochets. And then now after this last row, your next row now will be a row of 5 single crochets, and then after that row you're going to now come and repeat what you did here. So this is just now the 2 puffs. You're going to be repeating until you get to the height of your project. And I hope you will have a good crocheting, and kindly, if you like my video, give me a thumbs up and I will really appreciate. Thank you so much.